What is up? We are back. Black in the building. What is going on? What is going on? I have made it back another day, another 10 cents for black folk, another $350 for white folk, because that's how far ahead they are in this game. And if you don't know it, you better ask somebody. Don't ask me, nigga, because that's what you're going to get. Shout out to everybody out there at the Corporate Plantation. Man, I got off from that motherfucker not too long ago, and trust and believe you me, a nigga is not happy about that shit at all. God damn. Shout out to everybody out there handling business at the Corporate Plantation, doing what you need to do to survive. Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. Shout out to, again, I gotta say, to Shawnee, Miss Wendy, Tasha, anybody at the Corporate Plantation that gotta refrain from slapping the shit out of a European, aka Anglo-Saxon, aka a suspected white supremacist, aka a confirmed white supremacist. Shout out to y'all, because that shit is not easy. Shout out to everybody out there that at the Corporate Plantation trying to make ends meet, because trust and believe you me, if you are a native black person in the United States of America Incorporated, you are not at work for the fuck of it. You are at work because you have no choice, because you are a slave, Neo. So shout out to everybody out there that has to be at the Corporate Plantation. Shout out to all my entrepreneurs. Again, y'all see people like Freedom Paper Company, go check them out. I don't know if y'all can see that. If you need some toilet tissue, you need something to wipe your ass, go check out Freedom Paper Company. Shout out to my Herbs.com, my Herbs. My shit is on his way. Getting some more shit. I stay fucking with him. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody on there on that CMOS. I gotta get in there and make some more. So shout out to everybody out there on that shit as well. Oh, man, there's so much going on. We're going to get into a lot of shit today. We're going to get into there is a target on your back, and that is a fact. And when there is a target on your back, you have to understand who you are. And there's a difference. I'm not going to say that being melanated is not just the only reason. That you're melanated, highly favored, and you are oppositional of the bullshit. So shout out to everybody out there that understands what having a target on their back means. We're going to get into all that. We are going to also discuss Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans. Now he's being faced with a lot of sexual assault charges and all this bullshit. So we're going to address that. We're going to address, I'm going to try to talk about your girl, Alexi McHammond, the chief and editor of Vogue, and she has some tweets about Asians and and some homophobic tweets. So you know they got her ass about the paint. You gotta understand that, man. When they done already took my Twitter from me so many times, so I couldn't even tell you, man. I'll tell you this, man. It is very important that we know who we are in this game. It is very imperative that we understand what the fuck is going on and not waver. But I'm going to tell you right now, as we touch on these things and we talk about these things, if you are at the Corporate Plantation, take a look around. If you are a native black, foundation of black American, look around you at the Corporate Plantation. If you have real people that are in your corner, I'm going to keep saying this, they are going to tell you what is being said about you when you are not in the room, as Dr. Francis Cress Welsing teaches. We got to understand that. Go get the ISIS papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, man. I'm going to talk about that shit every week. I don't give a fuck what. Look, I'm not on here to clout chase anyway, so I don't give a fuck. We're going to talk about that shit every week. I don't care what y'all niggas is talking about. Like, why, man? Why we going to talk about it every week? Because it's the truth. If you want a real ally or real so-called friend, they're gonna tell you what's being said when you're not in the room. They're gonna study. They're gonna read books that you suggest that they read if they want to get a different or gain a different perspective about black folk in the United States of America Incorporated. And if they are your friend and they are a part of another racial group, they are going to be overzealous about calling out the bullshit. That's when you know that they are an ally and they are really in your corner. They really fuck with you because they gonna let you know, hey man, that's some bullshit right there. Hey man, woo 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 woo. Hey man, woo woo woo. I would say this. A person that would consider themselves an ally of a native black American, they're studying. They're reading. They are reading books like Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics. They're reading books like The Burglary so they can get a different understanding and perspective of what we mean when we talk about where are the real allies at. We don't need 10 whys and all that. So we're going to talk about that shit too. We are also going to get into how this all relates to corporate America and how it relates to any native black that is dealing with this situation. I am going to start writing a book. I got a lot of shit that I'm going to handle. I'm going to write a code as well. I'm probably going to get sued though. Because I'm probably going to be like Jackie Chan and I want names. I'm naming names. I'm going to be more like Corrupt. I'm calling out names. For real. Because the shit that I have seen at these corporate plantations and the shit that I have seen about us not being on code is just disgusting. So we're going to get into that shit too. And we're going to also talk about why nobody's talking about Chad Wheeler. We're going to niggas want to talk about Deshaun Watson, but nobody wants to talk about Chad Wheeler. So we're going to get into that today. Much love and respect goes out to everybody that's at the Corporate Plantation, not trying to finesse no one and run game and just getting up, going to work every day or being an entrepreneur. That's what life is about. You got the same 24 hours in a day that the next motherfucker got. If If you are worried about Joe Lane, then that's all you should be worried about. So we gonna get into it, man. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna hey, man, we gonna jump right into it, man. Man, I hope everybody's day was great. I hope everybody had a wonderful day at the Corporate Plantation. You know, it's not really a wonderful day. Look, I'm lying. Let me stop lying to y'all niggas, man. Fuck the goddamn shit. Who wants to be at that motherfucker? As Dr. Claude Anderson teaches, and he has said, and I do agree with this shit. If you work in corporate America, or you work and you are black, you are native black, foundational black American, and you're not mad, then something is fucking wrong with you. If you in the United States of America Incorporated and you're not mad about what the fuck is going on with your people, then something is wrong with you. If you're not upset that you built this country, right? You built the country. Your people built it from scratch. Native blacks, foundational black Americans built it from scratch, but then they have the right to tell you that you're lazy? And then every other racial group runs with that fucking narrative. Oh, I see it all the time. Trust me, I see it. I've seen it at multiple corporate plantations. Multiple. You know, and that's why we have to get out of the, as Nilly Fuller Jr. says, the racial showcasing. And the racial showcasing confusion and giving one nigga the nigga trinkets and basically just, they want you to model the behavior of a Sambo or tell about the gun line boss, a Hayward Shepherd. You know what I mean? My thing will always be this. Where are the other racial groups that are like John Brown? A motherfucker that was willing to he put his life on the line, his family life on the line, because he knew what they was doing was wrong. But then you go look on them, I can't even watch that Lord Willing or whatever the fuck that shit is on HBO about John Brown with Ethan Hawke playing it. They got Ethan Hawke playing some crazed white man. Because the Bible says, let not the Genesis 1:1 says, go watch that shit. His eyes is bucking and I'm like, I can't watch this. Then they got a nigga in there that's supposed to be his helper, which is not true. And he got a dress on and he got to pretend like he's a girl. It had to be some white, moist, LBGTQ, LMNOP, XYZ motherfucker who wrote that shit. Cause I'm like, man, who the fuck would write something like that, man? Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. So it's like, you see these type of things and you kind of like, you do like, man, when I was watching a little bit, I said, I can't watch no more of this shit, man. I cannot watch this shit no more. This is some bullshit. So I politely just stopped watching it, man. For real. I just couldn't. Cause I'm like, y'all not even telling the story correct. That's one. And two, you're trying to bastardize the story and kind of make it from a standpoint of, okay, well, this is the only way we can tell the story, is if he's got a sidekick that's black, but he just happened to have a dress on. Why John Brown ain't got to have a dress on? Why the little black kid got to have a dress on? And that's not even a real character. That's a fictional character. That's the shit that I'm talking about, man. They do all this undermining shit. That's why when you look at Hollywood, they're going to tell that story. They want to tell the story they want to tell. But this is what I want to know from Hollywood. Why don't y'all tell us about all these Steens and Steins? Tell us about Harvey Weinstein. Tell us about motherfucking Jeffrey Epstein and all the shit that he had going on. But a nigga want to talk about Deshaun Watson and these allegedly sexual assault cases. Man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't that what one of the girls tried to do with oh God, what was his name? He played for the Steelers, then he went to the Raiders. AB. I forgot his name, but he was a football player, and one of the girls tried to come out and say, "Oh man, you robbed me and all this other stuff, and you made me give you fellatio and all this other shit." And I'm like, nigga, what? Try to get him on some woo-wah and try to get him some Me Too shit happen. And it's like, but where the fuck is the Me Too at with Chad Wheeler as he beat the shit out of a melanated sister? I'm gonna keep bringing that shit up. Nigga don't want to talk about that shit. Just like niggas want to talk about the Capitol, how they stormed the motherfucking Capitol. But a nigga can't question can't have one question when it comes to the dominant white society. You can't even be like, well, why are you guys doing that like that? Oh my God, you're too aggressive, and we just can't deal with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of things that you go through. And that's why when I looked at even Deshaun Watson's thing, and I was just kind of reading a little bit of it, and I'm going to see if they got some footage on it, because I'm interested to see how they're going to describe him. because they not really saying nothing, but I'm very interested. The reason why is because I'm like, now why are they going out of their way for us to know about Deshaun Watson, but when it comes down to Chad Wheeler, they showed him in court one day, and after that, they ain't talked about it ever again. He beat the shit out that sister, but they ain't talking about it no more. And that's the shit that always gives me the let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little further into this shit. Let's investigate a little bit more, because something ain't right. Something's not right. Because why the fuck y'all not telling us everything that the fuck is going on? Fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. Let me see. Deshaun, let me see if I can find. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. Let's see what we can find. I'm gonna see something. Let's see. Let's see what they talking about. We gonna see exactly what they talking about. Cause I'm interested to hear what they got to say. I'm just interested to hear that shit. What you got to say? There better not be no bot shit either, cause you know motherfuckers is quick to do. Here we go. All right, now, this is the first time I watched the video. They start speaking on code with them and dog whistling and talking shit about this brother. I'm calling it out every time. So here we go. Let me cut the music off. We about to do this shit right now. Let's see what the fuck they got to say.
Breaking news surrounding Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson in just a...
Now, this is breaking news. Now, why the fuck wasn't it breaking news when Chad Wheeler beat the shit out of that sister? That wasn't breaking news. So I'm just letting you know.
We have confirmed that a third woman will be filing a lawsuit against Watson, accusing the football star of sexual assault.
We are working to get the details of these new allegations.
So you know how they threw it out, accusing the man of sexual assault. Okay, but what is Chad Wheeler being accused of? Domestic violence? When Ray Rice got into an altercation with his wife that married him after that, they kicked him out the league. And basically told every other team, don't fuck with him. But Chad Wheeler could bop and beat the fuck out of a melanated sister and nothing happens to him. But then when it comes to Deshaun Watson, it's all over the news. Watch, they're going to try to get him up out of here. I'm telling you.
But the first two women accused Watson of lewd conduct while they were massaging him in two separate...
KPRC2's Roseanne Aragon is live over at NRG Stadium tonight with the new information just coming in. Roseanne, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Tony Busby says this third suit is the most egregious yet on these cases for the money. These accusations, though, remain allegations at this point in the legal process. I did speak.
But my thing is, why don't you say allegedly, pro-allegedly? Y'all don't know if this is true or not. This is the same thing they did to Antonio Brown. They did that to them. That's the brother's name, Antonio Brown. They did the same thing to him. They try to throw all them cases on his ass all of a sudden because he started talking shit about a lot of the shit that he saw that was fucked up, and they didn't like it. And they didn't like the standpoint that he had. So they said, all right, well, let's get this nigga up out of here. Throw some cases on him, because that's what they do to you. And they just besmirch your name all in the fucking media because, you know, let's just keep it a buck. The white Jewish folk control the media and Hollywood. They know what they're doing. That's why Aretha Franklin wanted Jennifer Hudson to play her, but for some sort of reason, they find Cynthia Erivo every fucking time, a non-foundational black American. They always find her to go, it's like, just like Fred Hampton. No, it was very hard to watch. The Judas and the Black Messiah, it was very hard to watch, but I almost felt like they should have had a foundational black American play it because that's our story. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't come get niggas like me to go play no English, brother. So it's like they're wrong for that. And Hollywood, just like the Snowfall shit. First of all, I knew that dude had an accent because he wasn't pronouncing his R's correctly. And then I was making it sound like he was from the country, the way he talked. And niggas don't talk like that from LA. And I'm like, nigga, we don't talk like that. And you're not even pronouncing your R's correctly. So it's like, man, I don't like how they do that. And then what they try to do is they try to dirty up your name and in the media, and then the court of public opinion takes shape and form.
With the Houston Area Women's Center for their insight on the nature of these kinds of cases.
In this high-profile, ever-evolving case, multiple women sharing their story, allegations against Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson.
See? Just like Cam Newton couldn't say shit to the one white reporter, Just like they tried to kick LeVar Ball off of ESPN. He was like, I don't work for something I don't work for. Oh, he's no longer able to. Man, get the fuck out of here. Oh, hey, man, you can shift gears with me anytime. That's all he said. And then what I didn't like about that dominant white society woman, you know, Jalen Rose, is why he should have checked that bitch behind closed doors. Hey, man, you don't do that. If anything, you come to his rescue, say he didn't mean nothing by that. She's white. She go get a job anywhere. She should have protected him and said something about that. Why would you just do that and allow that shit to go on, man? Get the fuck out of here.
To experience this case differently. Everyone has different experiences in their life that they define as sexual.
See, a white woman that's over some type of health and whatever, speaking. Why don't y'all have any of the football players out there? Why don't y'all have where are the real witnesses at? That's because these bitches probably trying to get paid. Who knows, man? This is allegedly. Look, innocent until proven guilty. Stop with the bullshit. That's because he's black. Because let me tell you something. Where the fuck the first thing I would ask her, since y'all want to come to these women's rescue, why the fuck y'all ain't come to that sister's rescue when she was getting her ass whooped because a nigga wanted to do some slave play shit with the sisters? That's what these white motherfuckers be doing a lot of the times. Want to do slave play and shit with the sisters and do that slave play shit. Oh yeah, shut up, nigga, bitch, and you bed wench. That bullshit. Stop.
Violence or don't define as sexual violence, but we as a society are here to provide support to those individuals.
In one lawsuit.
But why didn't y'all provide support to the sister who got her ass whooped by Chad Wheeler? This is the shit that I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about the shit people be forgetting about, because I don't forget that shit at all. Because let me tell you something about the white supremacists. They don't forget shit either. And they will let you know every chance they get, and they will make you remember it. Just like my white Jewish brothers and sisters. They never let you forget the Holocaust. But every time you bring up slavery, these motherfuckers get the selective memory, white fragility, all this shit. And then when you bring up the secret relationship between blacks and Jews, they be talking about, oh, well, that's Nation Islam. That's not a credible sources. I'm like, well, all the Nation Islam did was compile all the shit that white Jewish scholars wrote. They didn't add no words to none of those books. They just compiled the shit that white Jews. Then when you tell them, oh, that's just hate, man. But are they lying, though? Tell me if they're lying. Because it looks like the shit is facts. Man, they hurry up and got my ass off of Twitter for that shit.
Tuesday, a female who owned and operated a massage business accused.
So you owned and operated a massage business, and Deshaun Watson, the quarterback for the Houston Texans, why would he even do that? Knowing niggas ain't that dumb. And see, they try to play you like that. No, he probably went and got a massage, and either the bitch was trying to fuck or give up some pussy or some bullshit, and the nigga didn't want to pay. Just like I'm telling you, the nigga probably didn't want to pay, and they probably felt like he was supposed to pay. He probably paid what he was supposed to pay, but they figured since he's the quarterback, he's supposed to pay more. Oh, you want to pay more? Or we'll just throw cases on you. Y'all think that these niggas can't do that shit? Y'all niggas is tripping.
Watson of sexually assaulting her during a massage in her home in March of 2020. Another suit filed Wednesday alleged Watson flew another female plaintiff from Atlanta to Houston for a massage and committed the misconduct in a hotel in August of 2020. Watson denies the allegations. The Houston area.
What you bet those women was trying to give up some pussy on? That's what I'm betting. Okay, if this is true about Deshaun Watson, then that means that white brother didn't beat the shit out of that sister. See, that's the thing, man. Niggas gotta start looking at the shit. Look at the shit. They be ready to call a nigga out. It's just like working at the corporate plantation. You can't do nothing right. Only thing you can do is wrong when you are melanated, highly favored, and oppositional. Oh, man, you can't do nothing right. There's nothing you can do that is right to them. So you got to get in there, get your 8 and skate. Don't get in there, bump your gums, standing next to the man at the concession stand. Fuck all that. Just get in there, do your shit, and go on about your way. Because this is what they do to you. This is what they did to the late, great Kobe Bryant. This bitch worked at the hotel, knew what room he was staying in. Then you solicited him, selling your pussy hole. And then when the nigga didn't give you no money, you want to say he raped you. And then told everybody at the party that you fucked him. But then tell everybody that you raped him. Get the fuck out of here, man. And they couldn't wait to destroy Kobe Bryant on TV. That's why I'm like, man, he don't get it. They can't wait. They good, got him. That's what they do. They sit and patiently wait. But then when it's their turn, these motherfuckers got selective memory, or what I would like to say, white fragility.
Women's Center says the nature of these high-profile cases may be difficult for survivors of sexual violence.
It takes so much courage for an individual to come forward.
If what is being said is true, if it's not been, this is not sexual assault. If you talking about, I'm going to give you a massage, and then the nigga turn over, and he got a hard dickie, and then his dick is hard, and then you up here talking about, you want me to suck it? Well, then, no, nigga, that ain't no sexual assault. Fair exchange is no robbery. See, that's the thing, man. Motherfuckers be trying to play these games, and that's one thing I've never, that's why I like going to strip clubs. I ain't got time for no bitch to be gyrating and wiping her used pussy hole all over my drawers and all over my sweats. Fuck all that. I don't want no used pussy like that, nigga. Fuck that. Nah, I'd rather just go watch a movie or watch a porno.
Forward with any sexual violence experience that they have, and then you add into the additional layers. You have a well-known and historically well-liked individual.
Allie Jacobs says coming.
See, oh, he's well-liked, so we can't just that shit. See how they do us? But y'all motherfuckers thinking this shit is sweet. That's why it's time to be on code. We gotta be on code. Where all the other football players are? They ain't gonna say shit. None of the white ones, none of them. They gonna be like, oh, well, you on your own.
Forward and filing can be traumatizing.
And oftentimes with these abusive situations, the individual is someone who is well-liked.
And most survivors, she says, don't report in fear of judgment or not being believed.
Just like most survivors of the Middle Passage, most survivors of the antebellum period, melanated sisters and brothers that survived, they didn't talk either. They didn't go tell anybody that they got raped, sodomized. They are tarred and feathered and castrated and walking around with no balls type shit. Most of those survivors, they didn't tell either. Most of those sisters that were breastfeeding white children, because they knew that the melanin and the shit that was coming from sisters was basically miracle milk. None of those sisters told those stories either. So it's so funny how you watch people like Sharon Osbourne. Oh, God, how she was playing the victim. That's a good acting bitch. That bitch should have been a thespian. Fuck all the other shit. She should have been she's a good actress. She ain't going to no acting school, too. So it's like she's got a raw talent. Because that bitch was looking around. What did he do? What did he do? I don't understand what he did. I don't think there's not a racist bone in my body. Man, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Stop. Look at and look, nobody's talking about how aggressive she got with Cheryl Underwood. Now, if Cheryl Underwood was acting a goddamn fool, they'd have been calling for her resignation and fired the bitch, and the bitch is aggressive and all this other shit. It's like, damn, like I said, we can't do nothing right. Only thing we can do is be wrong.
Blame is often, whether intentionally or unintentionally, placed on the survivor. We as a society ask questions like, well, what were you wearing? Or why did it take so long for you to...
Well, in the Nation of Islam, that's why they but that's why, and if they're in their religion, their religious beliefs too, not just them, I'm pretty sure it's Islamic faith too. That's why they make sure the women cover up and wear the hijab and all this other stuff, because the flesh is weak and the flesh is tempting. And that's why they don't do that. And that's, because, in those other countries, Jordan and Israel, them niggas don't play that. You gonna fuck another nigga's bitch, they'll cut your dick off and hang your ass in front of the motherfucking public. And then for the woman that is committing adultery, they'll kill that bitch too type shit. They don't play that shit. I know in Bangladesh, they throw motherfucking battery acid on the bitch's face. The bitch up there doing some fucked up shit. I'm telling you, man, only in the United States of America, they will allow anybody that don't work and don't handle business to take another motherfucker to court for money. Just on some sucker shit. Only here in the United States of America Incorporated.
Report, or why were you out at night by yourself?
The best way to respond?
Be compassionate.
That's the same question that police officers ask black folk when we're standing on the corner and just shooting the shit. What are you doing on the corner with them? That's what they asked me. If I was hanging out with a gang, I'd get a gang injunction and then I'd get a RICO charge just on the strength that I'm hanging out with them. So, yeah, why you can't ask your dress up like that? Matter of fact, why you didn't have no clothes on? Just like what happened to Mike Tyson. The bitch showed up to Mike Tyson's room with butt naked with a trench coat on, talking about he raped him. He raped her. Man, get the fuck out of here. You don't go to, oh, but no means no. Bitch, then why would you show up to somebody's house butt naked with a trench coat? What was Mike Tyson supposed to do? Read the Bible? Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Now, the Houston Area Women's Center wanted to mention they have 24 hours.
This is the Houston Center, the Houston Women's Center. But my question to them is, in every other center around the United States of America Incorporated, where the fuck was y'all antennas at when that sister got her ass whooped by Chad Wheeler? And where are all these Me Too people at now? Where the fuck are they at? I don't understand that shit. For real.
For help and support lines, which you can find on their website and ours, clicktohouston.com. As for the Watson cases, at this point in the legal process, they remain allegations. Reporting.
Thank you, which means innocent until proven guilty. So stop with the bullshit. Nice try. I want to hear that shit, man. These. That's why this type of shit, man, they gotta be on his P's and Q's, man. Look, the same shit that, look, let me break this down real quick from my perspective. NFL, NBA, MLB, hockey, Hollywood, what else? Those are all under the same template. It's all the corporate plantation. That's why I got a book called $1 Million Slave. It's the same shit. Straight up. That's why they parade around, oh, we're going to pay this person $250 million in basketball. Well, if y'all paying him $250 million, how much are y'all making off of him? Nobody ever looks at that. That's why I don't get so excited at any corporate plantation when they go, we're going to pay you this. Okay, cool. Well, how much am I really making if you paying me that? It took me a long time to think like that. I guess now because I'm older. And a lot of the reasons why I look at it like that is because I always feel like, you know, if you don't want more for yourself, nobody else is going to want more for you. And nobody else is going to give you props. Nobody's going to give you more props than you give yourself. Straight up. They're just not. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Now, you can't find nothing on this bitch. Oh, yeah, they like that bitch. Because I was looking. Look and see. Cancel culture constitute vote. Let's see if we can find something. Because that sister, I'm trying to find something on that sister, Alexi McCammon, who had some tweets that, you know, GP didn't like. Now they trying to get her ass the fuck up out of there. You thought these motherfuckers was your friends. They not your motherfucking friends. Hold on. Let's see what they talking about.
Cancel culture, of course, has been a big topic.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm on somebody's page. I just want to see what they going to say. Let's see.
Of discussion, and ever so often it doesn't actually work out in the way people plan. Alexi McCammon, the newly named editor-in-chief, is getting a lot of backlash from the magazine staffers after her deleted tweets from 10 years ago came back up.
Look, the reason why I'm talking about this Alexi McCammon, okay, I'm glad that this lady, whoever this white lady said, 10 years ago they went and got some tweet. So if you can go dig something up from, she should be like, that account was under me, but that wasn't me tweeting that. I had my cousin tweeting it, woo, but whatever, because they can't really prove that. But I'll tell you this, my cousin had my phone, you can say that, but I'll tell you this, if y'all want to dig something up from 10 years ago, then let's talk about Oscar Grant, Philando Castile, let's talk about Mike Brown, Alton Sterling, Freddie Gray, Sandra motherfucking Bland, Eric Gardner. Need the fuck I go on? Trayvon Martin? Man, get the fuck out of here. They talking about some tweets and these niggas got killed by race soldiers. And you want to talk about some tweets from 10 years ago? That's because they didn't want that black bitch. Bitch, the fuck out of here. Guilty nigga, you out of here. They couldn't wait for her to fuck some shit up. That's why I be telling any melanated person that I'm around, any person that is on establishing a system of justice. If you are from a different racial group, but you're trying to establish a system of justice, I'll be telling motherfuckers, be easy, watch your step, watch who you around, don't fuck with people on no real shit, because You may be on some real shit, but they can be on some straight sucker, fake, phony, tell them about the gun line, Hayward Shepherd ass shit, Steven from Django type shit, Sambo Coon type shit, Mammy type shit. You don't want those type of motherfuckers around you. You don't want that energy around you because everybody's not going to be like you. And everybody's not going to be a stand-up individual that might question and be oppositional of some bullshit. So you have to understand who you are and how the things play. Now, my message to people that are melanated, highly favored, native black folk, when y'all get these positions, man, just get in there and do your job and go about your way. But you need to understand, that's not your position and that's not your shit. That's the dominant society shit. That's their narrative. So if you trying to move up the motherfucking corporate, they took my shit. They probably, but if I was ever, trust me, if I was ever to be on top of some type of corporate shit, they'd dig up all my tweets from 2012 and 2013. And I wasn't doing nothing. But let me tell you something. This is what I would say to Twitter. Y'all wasn't banning my shit when I was talking about fuck a bitch and bitch can suck my dick type shit. When I started calling out anti-black racism and racism, white supremacy and establishing a system of justice, nigga took my shit right away. So I don't want to hear that shit no way. But these are just things that we got to understand because they're not your friend. These are white supremacists. That's like you thinking, oh, well, yeah, we are cool. Yeah, as long as you in that cage, they cool with you. So basically, they treating you worse than a dog.
Discussion. Now, these are tweets that she apologized for 2 years ago. And it's also important to note that at the time that she put these tweets out, she was a very, very mature 17 years old. So let me give you the details. The source of these staffers' concerns involve her relative lack of experience compared to some current staffers, as well as some deleted tweets from 2011 when Alexi McAmmond was 17 or 18 years old and in college, where
she was 17 years old when she started tweeting, right? 17 years old. But there are grown individuals right now that are called, say, nigga this and nigga that and monkey this and want to tell you a nigga joke and oh my God. And these are fucking grown ass motherfuckers that say shit like this. But she can't even make a joke. But let me tell you something. When it comes to anti-black racism, every other racial group always got a nigga joke. They always got some type of joke for niggas. And they think when they cool with you that they can say that. Let me tell you something. Don't even think about doing that shit with me for real. But niggas know, because people that have really been around me, they know I don't play that shit. And let me tell you something. I remember one time we was out hanging out we was hanging out at the MGM. This was a long time ago. And these Asian people came up, and one of my homeboys, he just came home from Iraq. He was trying to holler at the girl, and the girl was just being an asshole. She was an Asian. I don't know if she's Chinese. I don't know what the fuck the bitch was. And she was just kind of being an asshole. She was being hella rude. Like, instead of just like, no, thank you. And he wasn't being aggressive. He was just kind of like, hey, we should hang out. She was like, oh my God, you're disgusting. Get away from me. He was like, damn, I didn't even really say nothing. And he was looking at me and I was like, man, fuck those bitches, man. And they were like, how dare you trying to follow me around? I said, man, you better get the fuck away from me. And then they kept following me. So, they were trying to draw a crowd. So once the crowd got over there, I said, man, why don't you go back to your fucking math class, bitch? I know you got a graphic calculator in your goddamn purse. And everybody started laughing. And then the bitches finally left me the fuck alone. And then everybody around me was like, we told you to leave him alone. Get the fuck away from me, man. I don't play no games like that. And then after that, they were like, oh my God, you're racist. I was like, and I hadn't read no book. I was like, how could I be racist? I said, man, slavery built this country. What are you even doing? You're probably an immigrant. And a lot of the people that was with me, they was white. And they was laughing at that bitch too. And that's what really made those motherfucking bitches mad. Because, see, they thought they was going to get on code. But I'm like, but nigga, you don't understand. I don't hang out with people that, I'm not going to hang out with no racial group that's not on code with me. If you're not on code with me, I can't hang out with you. I don't even want you around. Once you show me who you are, I believe you and I don't want you in my inner circle at all. Because I don't play that shit. Because you're a representation of me and I'm a representation of you. And if you go around motherfuckers, nigga this and this, and now I'm just saying all this bullshit and then get around me and be cool. Nah, I can't fuck with you like that. That's a fact.
McAmmond mocked Asians and casually used gay and I'm afraid to even say this word because I feel like if I do say it, it's gonna come back to haunt me, but gay and homo insults, okay? So I'm gonna give you a few examples of the tweets that-
Yeah, give us the examples.
got her in trouble. And again, these have been deleted. She had already addressed these 2 years ago. She apologized again after the.
See, you can keep apologizing. That sounds like what our white Jewish community is doing to our brother Nick Cannon. See, I don't have no problems with the white Jewish community. I think they're very intelligent and very smart and how they do things and how they stick together and they stay on code. You can learn a lot from them. But I will not slavery and that we built this country and then shove the Holocaust in every black person's face every chance they get. Leor Cohen, what he did to the Professor Griff, man, fuck all that. Professor Griff was nice. I'd have been like, man, I don't want to hear none of that shit. So you might as well, nigga, that didn't even happen here. So I don't even know why you telling me about some shit. See, that's because motherfuckers don't understand. The Holocaust did not happen in the United States of America Incorporated. It happened in Europe. We got to understand that first. Because you don't think they came at me on Twitter with that shit? I was like, well, I'm not worried about nothing that happened in Europe. I'm talking about what happened in the United States of America Incorporated. If you're in the United States of America Incorporated and you're here and your people and parents did not build this country, you're not indigenous to this landmass, you are a freeloader. And that's all I have to say. And everybody started flood my shit. Oh, and you saying something about immigrants? I said, no, I'm saying about anybody that did not build this country. If you're not a descendant of a slave who built this country and your lineage doesn't trace back to that, you're here for unearned benefits. You're a fucking freeloader. And I don't care who gets mad. It's documented history. I can't go to South America and be fucking wanting all these unearned benefits and then talking shit about the fucking natives that live there. They'll kill me. But only in the United States of America, immigrants and everybody can come over here and reap all the benefits that we built. So nah, fuck all that.
Staffers, put out a letter about their concerns. She had previously written, "Why is this newsworthy? It's not." And she was referring to a Chicago Tribune story about Major League Baseball umpire Dale Scott revealing that he's gay. Now, this is in 2011, and at that point in our nation's history, I think it was still news. But I remember at one point, every time someone was reported as being.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bitch. Ain't nobody listen to what the fuck you talking about. You just rambling now. But like I said, man, these are just things that I want everybody to listen to. Understand, go do the research for yourself. Understand, man, we were movable property. Trust me, they were treating us like stock and bond for real. We were the first stock and bond before they was doing anything else. Remember that shit. The motherfuckers, don't nobody else let us forget they fucking struggle. And they'll try to fucking be in alignment with our struggle and try to basically take over and co-opt our shit. You'll be like, Black Lives Matter. Then all of a sudden, Asian Lives Matter. It's like, nigga, y'all don't even belong here like that. What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I can't go to Japan talking about Black Lives Matter. They're gonna be like, nigga, you didn't get your bitch ass from the fuck up out of here. But only in the United States of America, they allow any other racial group to come here and play the bullshit, man. For real. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening. Subscribe. You already know what it is. If you're at the Corporate Plantation, look around you. See who the fuck really fuck with you and who don't. Some people will, some people won't. But just stay in your lane. Don't let no business. If you hanging out with a nigga that's on some Sambo shit, making up excuses, or any other racial group, just making up excuses and just about anything that has to do with anti-black racism. Guilty, nigga. I don't fuck with you. Get the fuck out my face. I'm out. Peace.